What's going on, guys? I'm Jake the Lawn Kid. Welcome back to another weekend in the lawn. So as you can see, we're in a little different location today. You guys are used to seeing me out and about in the yard shooting the intro, but today that's just not the case. And the reason that is because this week I got swamped with so much video footage to shoot for the channel. I literally got 4 videos fall lawn care related coming your way, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't to see those. And in the process of shooting those videos, I realized that I forgot to shoot an intro for this particular video. What I'm going to be doing today is some final lawn care prep for my fall seeding, and it has to do with my lawn mowing. I'm going to show you guys step by step how I'm going to attempt to take my height of cut on my lawn down from 3.5 to 2 inches. I'm doing this for the sole purpose of getting ready for fall lawn care, and again, I highly recommend you watch this video all the way through to understand what I'm doing and why. So with all that being said, roll the edit, Jake. Today, we're going to show you how to slowly take down the cutting height of your lawn. So with all that being said, let's get into the video, bruh. Okay, so now let's get into the bread and butter here. So the footage you're seeing here, this is day 1 of the mow down, which happens to be 6 days prior to seeding. I planned my seeding for Saturday, August 31st, and the day at which I'm shooting this video here, this is Sunday, August 25th, so 6 days away from my overseed. And at this point, my lawn was standing tall at 4 inches and being mowed bi-weekly at 3.5 inches. My reasoning here was to provide a canopy as we were in the heat of the summer to shade the root zone and retain moisture in the soil. Let's cut to the chase here. My goal with this mow down is to get my height of cut from 3.5 inches all the way down to 2 inches in a matter of these 6 days. Now, some of you guys might be wondering, Jake, why do you want to do that? Well, there's 2 reasons I want to do that. The first reason is to improve seed to soil contact. I want you guys to think about this for a second. It's going to be much easier for the seed to navigate its way straight through the lawn and into the soil when it's cut at a lower height, as opposed to leaving it taller and letting the seed try to get to the bottom, right? It's just much better to cut shorter in advance to get better seed to soil contact. And the second reason I want to bring my height down is because I want to avoid overgrowth, because after I seed, I'm actually not going to bother mowing either of these lawns for 2 days. And the reason that is because I want to try and minimize as much foot traffic as possible so that I can increase my chances of succeeding with my seeding. See what I did there? Succeeding, seeding. Now comes the big question, and that's going to be, how am I going to tackle this? Well, it's pretty simple. I'm going to do it one step at a time, and I'm going to take it down slow. To be more specific, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mow the lawn 1 time every 2 days, and with each mowing I do, I'm going to lower the cutting height down 1/2 inch until we get down to 2 inches. One thing you guys will notice throughout the duration of this video is that I like to keep things as clean as possible, and the way I'm going to achieve this is by starting each mow with a double cut. The first cut is going to be at the height I mowed the lawn 2 days previous, and the second cut is going to be at the height I want to get the lawn down to for that day. My first cut, I'm going to be mowing at my normal cutting height, which is 3.5 inches. Once I finish my first mow, I am then going to mow again, only this time 1/2 inch lower. For me, that's going to be about 3 inches on my Kentucky bluegrass. the aftermath wasn't too bad for this cut. As you'll see, there is a little bit of brown here and there because honestly, the lawn's not used to being mowed this low on a regular basis, but it's still looking pretty good, to say the least. All right, so we've approached day number 2 of the mow down, and at this point we are going to be entering really low territory to a point where I don't even trust the power of my push mower to get me through it smoothly, and because of that, I'm going to have to pull out my big dog right here, which is my John Deere L120. And the reason I'm going to use that instead of my push mower is for the sole reason of having more power, which will better assist me when cutting this lawn at a lower height. At this point, I'm starting with yet another double cut, only this time my first cut today will be at 3 inches and my second cut will be at 2.5 inches. Now, it was this point in my low mow journey where things started to get really messy really fast. There were a lot of clumps. In fact, I had a lot of clumps to the point where I actually had to run over the lawn 3 times with the tractor to disperse them, and then on top of that I had to do a 4th mow with my push mower to bag up any clumps that didn't disperse or break down and get them out of there. Now, real quick, I already know what a lot of you guys are going to say. Jake, you know, you probably could have prevented that altogether by just doing it with your push mower and bagging it. Well, I understand what you guys are getting at there, but what I want you guys to realize is that I was on a time constraint as I just got home from school. I just got back from mowing lawns and I had to get inside and do some homework anyway. You guys get the idea, right? I was on a tight time constraint, and using the tractor, while it seemed like it was a little more time consuming compared to using the mower, it definitely saved me a little bit of time as I was able to knock all the big stuff off real quick, and then it made easy work of using the push mower to pick up all the clumps. And of course, as you guys can imagine, the end result was not that great, as there were a lot of brown spots intermittently throughout. The brown spots are the high areas in my lawn, and as you can see, they did not take the low mow that well at all. Just know that uneven ground and low mowing do not get along. So after witnessing what the lawn has been through on day 2 of the mow down, I decided that Thursday, which was originally going to be day 3, was just going to become a straight up no mow day. The reason I did that is because the lawn was under so much stress at 2.5, I did not want to make it worse by pushing limits and taking it down to 2. Making this decision changed the mow down journey overall, because as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, my goal was to get it down to 2 inches at least so that I can improve seed to soil contact and compensate for the fact that I'm not going to be mowing it every 2 weeks. But again, after seeing what the lawn has been through, I decided to change my thinking and just leave it at 2.5 inches. So what I decided to do going forward is I'm just going to skip Thursday for mowing, and then once we get to Saturday, which is going to be my seeding day, I'm going to give it one more cut at 2.5 inches before I stop cutting it for 3 weeks. And that brings us to the last mow of this mow down journey. At this point, I'm just doing a single cut. I'm cutting again at 2.5 inches to get ready for the seeding later today. So So in the end here, I came to find that 2.5 inches was the perfect cutting height for what I was trying to achieve here. It's not too high, it's not too low, seed to soil contact will be dead on, and it's perfect for the fact that I won't be cutting the lawn for 2 to 3 weeks, because by the time 2 to 3 weeks rolls around, the lawn will be back to 4 inches and we can get the lawn back on a regular mowing cycle. So that's going to do it for this one today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please be sure to subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for the next video where we're going to talk all about fall lawn seeding, more specifically how to time your fall lawn seeding and the materials that you're going to need to make it happen. So with all that being said, I'm Jake the Lawn Kid. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. If I don't see you guys next time, your lawn is going to be dominated. See you later.